exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Atlanta Falcons Retro Rebuild here on Madden 22 on the PC. That's right, we are back, and we continue on season number 2 of the series. The 2003 season has just come to an end. We didn't make the playoffs, but we had a much improved season than the first year in 2002. We won 4 games in year number 1. Now, we've won 9 games here in year number 2. And we just missed out on the playoffs only because our division was so good with all 3 other teams winning 10 games. So we just got unlucky and had a year where we come up against 3 other teams in our division who are also having great seasons. So we do miss out on the playoffs, but I think that the playoffs are going to be in our future quicker than we think, because I didn't think we'd win 9 games this year, and we did. So I would think that it's going to only go up from here. I mean, maybe I'm foolish for thinking that. Maybe we're going to go back down to a 4, 5, 6 win season next year. I don't know. It depends on who I draft and who I sign in free agency. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. But we've got to figure out who wins the Super Bowl this year. Steelers and Saints in the Super Bowl 2003. Technically, it's 2004 now, but 2003 Super Bowl is the Saints. So we are in the division with the Super Bowl champions. How does that make you feel? I don't know. Aaron Brooks is your Super Bowl MVP. That's pretty funny. Tampa won the Super Bowl in year number 1, and we're ready to go. Coach of the Year was Urban Meyer back-to-back years. Oh, you know you're in a simulation when Urban Meyer wins Coach of the Year twice. But I like to see Mike Vick's name up there pretty often, and he's won the MVP, he's won the Offensive Player of the Year, he won Best Quarterback. He's ready to go for this off season. We don't need to sign any staff or anything because we are the head coach and we're staying. I'm excited about this offseason. I'm hoping there's a good free agency class. We've got a lot of money to spend. We got about 120. We do have 123 million to spend. I'm excited to see who's in free agency. Retirements, we got Willie Roaf is the most notable so far. Anybody else that is retiring? Emmitt Smith retires after 14 seasons. Looks like he was not on a team at the end. Maybe he was on the Cowboys. I think he might have been on the, or not on the Cowboys, the Cardinals. He might have been on the Cardinals. I can't remember. Randall Cunningham, Doug Flutie. That's Johnny Unitas, I'm pretty sure. Doug Flutie and Randall Cunningham both retired. So some notable names here. Vinny Testaverde retiring. Deion Sanders, prime time, is gone as well. Michael Smith. Pete Carroll retires as the head coach of the Seahawks. So there's a couple notable guys in there. But we got some players ready to negotiate. Do we want to bring these guys back? A lot of these guys we don't need to, so we'll get rid of some of these guys. Trevor Gaylor, we don't need you back. We don't need some of these bad players that are low 50s. I don't want these guys on my team. Rashaan Salam I'll probably bring back just for the memes. We'll get rid of all you. Joey Galloway is probably a little bit too much money to bring back, so we'll withdraw from him. Ellis Johnson we won't bring back. Ashley Ambrose we won't bring back. You probably not. Whitfield I'll bring back for a couple seasons. I'll sign him to a 2-year extension if he wants that. We'll bump up his signing bonus a little bit to make him happy. All right, he should accept that. Yeah, he can come back here for 2 more seasons, so he can be our starting left tackle until we find our true replacement for him. Aeneas Williams, we technically don't need. Mark Simonu, I want to bring back, so we're going to have to pay a little bit extra for him because I want to have him on the squad. Him and Keith Brooking are 2 of our stalwarts on defense, so he's coming back for, what did I give him, 4 or 5 years, something like that. Travis Claridge, I'll sign him I don't know if he'll be the starter. He probably will be. We'll offer him a contract, see if he accepts it. I was going to say if he doesn't accept it, then it's fine. Todd McClure, we don't need you back. You can go away. Willie McGinnis for $5 million, not a big deal. Let's see if he accepts that. He wants to. Okay, that's totally fine. We don't necessarily need to have him back. Robert Griffith, no, I'm not interested in you. Rashawn Salam we'll bring back just because. Just because it's Rashawn Salam. If he accepts. Oh, okay. Then don't come back, Rashawn. Don't come back. Should we? I don't want to waste the franchise tag. How much is the franchise tag? $7.3 million for Willie McGinnis. You know what? I don't think we need him. I was only going to bring him back for that veteran presence, plus he's a star development. So we got about 81.5 in the bank. I'm not mad at it. Certainly a lot to spend. A lot of room to spend some money here. Let's check out the combine results first before we jump into anything crazy here. So, who are we looking at? We don't have a very high pick. Let's actually confirm what pick we have before we jump into anything. We can take a look at players before I get too excited about a guy that I won't be able to get. So, we'll take a look at our picks. We have 3 first-round picks, don't forget. We have the 18th pick, the 22nd pick, and the 28th pick. So, we've got some late first-round picks, 3 late ones. I'm not excited about that, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you're a decent team. So we're not going to be able to get any of these guys at the top, which is understandable. Our first guy that we have the potential of getting could be Jonathan Vilma if he slips a little bit, which would be huge. Have him paired with Keith Brooking would be amazing. Jason Babin would also be very good. Vince Wilfork, we do need defensive tackle help. So Vince Wilfork's on the list of guys that I could potentially see myself getting. Also, Carlos Dansby would be a very, very solid player. Bob Sanders would be really good. There's some potential down here in the late first round. I want to take a look at Vince Wilfork's stats, see what he's looking like here. He's got good stats physically. Good hit power, good block shedding. Yeah, Vince Wilfork's probably going to be one of our main guys that we go for. What about Jonathan Vilma? How's he looking here? He's, we can't find out his physicals, but his combine looks pretty good. He's the 3rd fastest middle linebacker. Good hit power, good impact blocking, good block shedding, good man. Wow, okay, Jonathan Vilma looks really, really solid. He's certainly on the list of guys that I'm interested in. Jason Babin looks pretty average. I'm definitely more interested in Jonathan Vilma than I am Jason Babin. I'll also put a little bit of a heart next to Vince Wilfork. And I'll put one now. How's Tommy Harris look? Tommy Harris, does he look better than Vince Wilfork? Not really. He looks okay. But he doesn't look better than Vince Wilfork. We'll go down here. How's Michael Jenkins looking? Michael Jenkins has good speed. Oh, but he doesn't have very good stats. D catching? That's disrespectful. That's pretty disrespectful. How's Carlos Dansby looking? Carlos Dansby is pretty average everywhere, basically. So we'll put a heart next to his name just in case. What about Bob? How's good old Bob looking? Bob Sanders ran a 4.3. He's got elite everything except for strength. And he's got hit power at an A, block shedding at an A, finesse. Wow, okay, Bob Sanders. Hello, my darling. You are coming to Atlanta. You are coming to Atlanta. What about a little bit down here? Darnell Dockett? Are you looking pretty good? Yeah, you're looking decent. You're looking better than Tommy Harris, I would think. Chris Gamble, certainly on my list. He should be one of the faster guys in the 4.5. Really? That's a little bit disrespectful. Why are they disrespecting these Buckeyes? I don't know what's going on here. Chris Gamble was a demon. What about a little bit later? Jared Allen? How you looking, Jared? You're looking pretty decent. Okay. The stats could be a little bit better, but it's all right. And then we move a little bit further down. I don't know if there's anybody else here that is of interest. I mean, Jericho Cotchery as a late round pick wouldn't be horrible. He doesn't really have great stats. None of these receivers seem to have great stats. Will Allen? No, not really. I mean, B's across the board, not horrible. Robert Gathers? Him and Robert Mathis would be pretty good together, but it seems like he's not going to be that great. So I've got my list of guys that I'm looking at. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the draft. But we've got free agency to focus on now. We've got about $81.5 million. Let's see if there's anybody in here to spend it on. Ooh, 26-year-old X-Factor Brian Urlacher. LeVar Arrington, also 26 years old. Brady's in here. Steve McNair, Sean Alexander. There's some really, really good players at the top of this class. Wow, okay. So Tom Brady. Tony Romo has Superstar X-Factor. Tony Romo has Superstar X-Factor. We just drafted an X-Factor quarterback in the 7th round, ladies and gentlemen. I just noticed that. We don't need Tom Brady, even though it would be awesome to have him on the team, but we'd just be wasting Tony Romo's development. So we don't want to get Tom Brady. He has no offers, by the way. Sean Alexander, I'm fine with work done, especially... should we go for Sean Alexander? I wouldn't be mad at it. Especially because he's not really getting a big old bid for him. And plus, he's only 27, so the Cardinals are offering him a decent bag. Let's give him a bag. We'll give him $33 million. Does that at least put us tied? No. What are they offering him? What are the Arizona Cardinals offering this man? They got to replace Emmitt Smith, so they feel like Sean Alexander is who they should go with. But if we bump this up to $44 million, where does that put us? Okay, we jump ahead of him. All right, I like that. If anything, we can go for like Jamal Lewis or something. Wide receiver, Jimmy Smith is 35. Peter Warrick, I don't think it's worth it at this point. Mushin Muhammad's 31. Keenan McCardle's 34. These receivers are just old. I don't really see anything like where we can develop. Terry Glenn's got offers on him. Everybody's got at least one offer. And everybody's like asking for a ton of money. Maybe not everybody, but there's a lot of guys asking for a ton of money. I think we just stick it with the wide receivers we have. I mean, I don't really see... Peter Warrick's about the only one that I'd go for. But I don't want to try and outbid the Lions on a guy that we technically don't need. Tight end, we're fine with. Left tackle, we just re-signed Whitfield, so we're good on that. Left guard, we've got a star left guard down there, so that's interesting. I'm happy about that. Center, we don't have a center. I didn't realize we didn't have a center. So is there a center that doesn't have any offers? I'd rather have a center that's decently overall. So let's go for, not Tim Rudy. This guy, Jamal Jackson, is 22 years old, star development. I don't know who you are, but you can certainly come to Atlanta and be our starting center. Oh, no, the Steelers are offering him a bag. I didn't really want to have to offer him that much money, but we will to bring him in. Where does that put us? Oh, that puts us heavy. Okay, so he's probably going to be our starting center at star development, which is good. We've got two really good right guards, so we're fine with that. We've got right tackles fine. Pass rushers, we probably should get a backup. But who should we get as a backup? Maybe like, let's just go for somebody cheap. You're a scheme fit, Jared Tomich. Sure, you can come to the squad for a year, be a backup to Brady Smith. D tackle, we're looking to draft somebody in this upcoming draft, so we don't necessarily need anybody here. I don't think there's anybody of note anyway. No, there's not any like star development guys or anything, so we'll move on with that. Right end, we're fine with that because we got Robert Mathis, who is superstar development, by the way, and Patrick Kearney, so we're good on that. Although, oh no, he's 34. Then we move on to the big stuff. LeVar Arrington and Brian Urlacher. I really want to go for Brian Urlacher. But that would be most of our money because we paid so much for those other guys. I really want to get Brian Urlacher on the team. I really think that'd be awesome to get Brian Urlacher on the team. 93 overall, 26 years old. That'd be probably most of our money for this season spent on Brian Urlacher. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The Lions are offering... They're giving him the moon. But can we give him Venus? $100 million for Brian Urlacher. Still doesn't get... What are the Lions offering him? Oh, my God. The Lions are going crazy. What are the Lions offering this man? They're giving him everything he's ever wanted. They're giving him the state of Detroit. Or the state of the city of Detroit. They're giving him the city of Detroit. And this still doesn't... I'd offered him $125 million. I don't think we can go in any further. $125 million for Brian Urlacher. The Lions are out of control. Literally out of control. My God. What are the Bengals offering? The Bengals are offering... Let's just throw this out there. These guys want a lot of money. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg. Literally. Like, I'm going to have to cut my arm off and my leg just to be able to afford these guys. This is out of control. LeVar Arrington and Brian Urlacher. I don't think... We certainly can't afford both of them. Unless we just not offer anybody else. Like, if we don't offer any of these three guys, then we can afford them. But I want Sean Alexander on the team, because that'd be pretty cool to have. And we need these two guys for sure. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So, we're closer on the Urlacher stuff. The LeVar, we're going to have to withdraw from LeVar Arrington. We cannot afford to have LeVar Arrington on our team. Certainly not for what the Bengals are offering, whatever that was. That's just crazy. But Brian Urlacher, $125 million for Mr. Urlacher. 130. What does that put us? That still doesn't even put us in the lead. What are the Lions offering this man? What about $16 million a year? That finally ties us. They offered around 140 for Brian Urlacher. We are certainly in a bidding war for Mr. Urlacher. Is it a good idea? Probably not, because this is most of our budget. This is most of our money on one guy, but he's 26, 93 overall, and he's a superstar X Factor. Wow. Absolutely insane. $145 million for Urlacher. We'll offer another 17, or put on another million on there, just to bump it up just a bit. And we gotta go. We might not even get him. He may choose Detroit anyway. But this would be a huge get if we could bring in Brian Urlacher to the Atlanta Falcons. It looks like we got it from that little notification there in the bottom. It looks like he accepted our contract. We just signed Brian Urlacher to be the new middle linebacker along with Keith Brooking. And we got Sean Alexander as well. I think I'm going to go in and... really quick before I forget, I think I'm going to go in and edit Sean Alexander. I know it'll take away his face, his portrait, but it's not even it's not even his right skin color, so it doesn't necessarily matter. But I want him to be, because I noticed we played the Seahawks in a game, and I noticed he wasn't of a darker skin color, so we will change it to make him a darker skin color. There we go. I guess it doesn't matter what face he has. But that's better. Save those changes. Sean Alexander now on the there. That's much better. Now we can actually look at him and not get a little scared when he because he has a face now. What's his abilities? First one free. I don't want first one free. I'd rather have Freight Train for him, right? Or Wrecking Ball maybe. Yeah, let's give him Wrecking Ball. We'll give him. Should we give him Bulldozer or Running Back Apprentice? Let's give him Running Back Apprentice, and then we'll give him Reach for It as his other one, right? Can I do that? Reach for It? Whatever. It doesn't show up, but we'll give it to him. And then for Urlacher, we're going to run a 2 linebacker set because him and Keith Brooking are here. They both have Avalanche. What's his other abilities that he's got next to it? He's got No Outsiders and Run Stopper. I'd rather have him have Deflator, right? Or Reach Elite, maybe? Ooh, Reach Elite's going to be good. And then you can have... Yeah, we'll have No Outsiders for him, and then he can have Avalanche as well. Keith Brooking, on the other hand... We might as well edit you and see if we can give you a face. So we can put a face next to you. So let's go to faces. Keith Brooking. He had more. Did he have black hair or blonde hair? I can't remember exactly. I think he had black hair. I guess it doesn't matter. But we'll make him look like that. Sure. There we go. Does he have a face now? He does. He does. Keith Brooking now has a face. All right. Him and Brian Urlacher, we paid so much money for him. That might have been a dumb idea. I don't care, though. Because we brought in 2 Superstar X Factors on the team. And now we have some focus players. I want to focus on... Let's go to the faves. I want to focus on Vince Wilfork, Jonathan Vilma, and Bob Sanders. Those are the guys that I want to focus on. We're going heavy on the defense in this draft. We will view the retirements. Who else retired? Alex Molden ended up retiring after 10 seasons, so good for him. I don't think we're going to spend any more money. I think we'll save the rest of what we've got. Brady's now has the possibility of going to Carolina. Interesting. Tom Brady could be entering the division. Instead of Tampa Bay, he could be going to Carolina. That's pretty crazy. Let's see where he goes in a couple weeks. He's probably going to go to Carolina since that was the only offer. We've got private workouts now for our guys. I think it's going to be the same guys that we just sent on those other things. So we've got, oh, these guys are 100% completed. Okay, so we'll work on Carlos Dansby. Give me Jared Allen. And give me Will Allen. Those are my private workouts. See if we can get those guys up to closer to 100% scouted since we already got those other 3 guys scouted then. And we are 1 week away from the NFL draft, the 2004 NFL draft. I'm excited. There's some potential here to make this team even better. I think we're a playoff team now. I certainly think we're a playoff team now with the free agent signings that we made. So if we take a look at, not to scout the college players, but if we take a look at the free agency recap, we'll see if Brady actually did sign with Carolina. So my signings, we already saw those. All right, so LeVar Arrington goes to the Cincinnati Bengals for a lot of money, it looks like. Tom Brady does sign with the Carolina Panthers, so we've got a quarterback named Tom Brady in our division, just not in Tampa Bay. He's in Carolina. Steve McNair goes to the Cardinals. Who do we got here? Anybody else of note? Kerry Collins with the Bengals. Jamal Lewis with the Bengals. Bengals spending some money out here. Wayne Gandy goes to the Chargers. Shane Lecker to the football team. Martin Gramatica goes to the Raiders. Who else we got? Aeneas Williams signs with the Browns. Then we got our center signs with the Jaguars. Who else is down here? There wasn't really a ton of guys down here later. Niall Diggs goes to the Steelers. Chris Dealman was a superstar guard, and I didn't notice it. Oh, it's because I didn't go down far. Oh, that's a mistake. I should have signed him. Superstar guard that we just let go. I didn't even notice. I got to do more due diligence on that. The final mock, I think this is the final mock draft before the, yeah, it is. Todd McShay's final mock draft has Arizona drafting Eli Manning, then Phillip Rivers going to Miami, Cincinnati getting Larry Fitzgerald, Ben Roethlisberger going to Houston. That'd be pretty crazy. Will Smith headed to the Broncos. Vince Wilfork going to the Seahawks. Okay. Interesting. So some of our guys have jumped up. We've got Darnell Dockett as a projected guy. Then Ahmad Carroll and Tank Johnson. Interesting. Do we try and trade up? Because I want to get either... I certainly want to get either Vince Wilfork or Bob Sanders, or maybe Sean Taylor. I want to get some of those guys. So should we try and trade up maybe with one of those teams so we can get a potential superstar on defense? I don't really know. I don't really know what we should do. So if we take a final look before we jump in here, if we take a final look at these guys' stats, we had... Who was some of the guys that we had 100% scouted? So it's Jonathan Vilma. Jonathan Vilma looks really good. But we don't necessarily need a middle linebacker anymore now that we have two. So that's not a huge deal. Vince Wilfork. We have him 100% scouted, and he looks really good. What about guys a little bit later down the list? Carlos Dansby is 100% scouted, so how's he looking? He's got elite everything, basically. Ooh, Carlos Dansby looks pretty decent. Maybe Carlos Dansby's the guy. Have him coming off the edge. Bob Sanders is certainly a guy that I want to get. He ran 4.3 40. He's got great hit power. Bob Sanders is certainly somebody that I'm interested in. So, Bob Sanders, Carlos Dansby, Vince Wilfork. Those are three of the guys that I got my eye on. I'm actually going to save really quick so that in case Madden craps out on me, then we have it saved here. All right, perfect. Ooh, what do we do? Do we try and trade? Do we try and make a trade to go up a little bit? We have a little bit more assets now than what we had in year number 1. No, I don't want to do that. What is it going to take to go up in the draft? So the Bears have pick 11. That could help us out. We'd be trading up from pick 18. Oh, wow. They want to help us out? So can I go up a little bit further? Who's got a higher pick than that? The Broncos have pick 8. Whoa, how high can we get up? Can we get the number 1 pick in the draft? Oh, okay. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I got a little crazy there for a second. The Browns have pick 6. What about that? No, pick 8's probably the highest we can go. Maybe pick 7. All right, I'm not mad at that. We can make that work. What about if I give you a 4th round pick next year? Ooh, we might have just got it done, boys. We might have just got it done. I'll throw you my 7th round pick this year. And we just moved up to pick 8 in the draft. Perfect. Perfect. But do I want to move up any more? I probably should try and move up a little bit more, right? With my other picks. So we have pick 22. Let's try and move up from pick 28. Can we move up to pick 11 with pick 28? It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of time. Let's try and throw a player out there so I don't have to keep using draft picks. They need tight end. I could throw Adji Crumpler at you. We don't necessarily need him anymore because we have 2 really good ones. So what about that? No? Okay, they don't like that. Well, they like it, but they don't like it enough. What about if I throw you a 6th round pick next year to go along with that? Trade declined. Okay. A 5th round pick next year. to go along with that. Ooh, okay. Probably going to take a decent amount. We have a couple 4th-round picks this year. Maybe we throw a 4th-round pick in there, and that gets it done? No? What about my highest 4th-round pick? Trade offer is accepted. So we move up from pick 28 to pick 11. We do have to get rid of Algie Crumpler, but that's okay because we have Jason Witten and Antonio Gates. Let's start the NFL draft. Let's start drafting. I'm much more excited about it now. Pause the draft, view the draft board. We now have the 8th pick and the 11th pick and the 22nd pick. But we just moved up crazy good to possibly get maybe even a Sean Taylor if he doesn't go quick or doesn't go early enough, or maybe a Will Smith. Like there's new possibilities, new avenues of players to get because we were able to move up so easily. So let's see who goes number 1. Is it going to be Eli Manning? Now it is. The Arizona Cardinals got their quarterback. Eli Manning heads to Arizona. Miami gets Phillip Rivers. Yeah, Phillip Rivers. That's my Phillip Rivers voice. He goes to Miami. Cincinnati gets their guy Larry Fitz. That's cool to see Larry Fitz go to Cincinnati. Houston drafts Big Ben Roethlisberger out of the Miami of Ohio. The Lions get Vernon Carey. The Browns get Dunta Robinson, however you pronounce his name. And D'Angelo Hall goes to the Colts. And here's little old me sitting here with so many more options, ladies and gentlemen. So many more options. Sean Taylor is now available for us. Will Smith is now available for us. I am so happy that we decided to make a move to get up in the draft. But Will Smith actually doesn't look that great. Let's see. If I was going to draft anybody, it would be Sean Taylor. But maybe we try and trade down a little bit. Maybe now we use this 8th pick and we try and get some more assets. That could be very interesting. Maybe that's a big Galaxy Brain type play. So only 3 teams are offering me trades. And it looks like the picks are not that great. Okay, interesting. What if I build my own trade? What about if I build my own trade? So let's talk to the football team. Let's trade down a couple picks, see if we can. Let's go talk to the football team, see if they're willing to give up the farm for a draft pick. So we get 2 picks and then the 1st round pick next year. And we give you my 8th pick. How do you like that? You like that a lot? You don't like that? Come on. What about if I get rid of the 2nd? You just give me 2 firsts. You got to give me something. What about a player? Who do you have on your team? Nobody really that great. Nobody. Kyle Williams would be interesting. Champ Bailey at 26. Would you give me a 1st round pick in Champ Bailey? No? Okay. What about if you have Kevin Williams, excuse me. What about if you give me a 1st round pick in Kevin Williams?
I guess they won't be turning
okay. So we just got a new D tackle in Kevin Williams. Plus we go down to number 2 or number 10. We have back-to-back picks.
Okay,
Will Smith goes to the football team. And Vince Wilfork goes to Seattle. So now back-to-back picks for the Atlanta Hawks. Or the Atlanta Falcons. Not the Atlanta Hawks. That's funny. Alright, where should we go? Where should we go? A lot of the guys that I'm interested in are down a little bit later in the draft, so we don't have to worry about them too much. Sucks that Vince Wilfork goes, but we have Kevin Williams now that I traded for. So I think the obvious choice is Sean Taylor, but maybe I'm overlooking Roy Williams. Nah, his stats aren't that great. His catching's a C. He's got decent route running. Nah, Roy Williams doesn't look like he's that kind of guy. So I think maybe we go for... Ooh, Lee Evans doesn't look that great. Ew, Lee Evans. What happened to you? I think we go for Sean Taylor. I think the obvious choice is staring us right in the face. So I think we go for Sean Taylor, and he's our free safety of the future. Let's draft him.
On the clock now.
Hidden potential, 90 acceleration, 89 agility, 89 change of direction, 89 speed, 75 strength, hidden development. He's going to be a good one for us. Sean Taylor. And now we have another pick, but do we trade this one away? Let's see. Do we trade this one away, or do we continue to draft players with it? I mean, we could take Jonathan Vilma and then move him outside. He looks really good. Maybe what we do is we trade this pick down, and then we still have an opportunity to get Jonathan Vilma. Although these picks are all very, very late in the draft, so we'd have to build our trade again. Let's see. We have pick 22. Pick 22 also. I'm not sure. They're not giving me the best options. I want to have the opportunity to have 2 first-round picks next year. They're just not giving it to me. So who's got a pick? I should have checked. Who's got a pick that's pretty close to us? This is pick 11. So if we move down to pick 13 with the Baltimore Ravens, will they give us 2 first-round picks for pick 11? I shouldn't have to give you a whole lot. You should just want to do it. What do they need? They need a defensive tackle. Do you want a free agent? You want him? No, they don't. They don't want him. I hate this. I hate this so much. I really do. Why don't you just want to trade with me? Let's talk to the Raiders. Let's talk to the Raiders. They have pick, what, 15 or something? Pick 14. Okay, let's talk to the Raiders. Let's see if they're willing to move up. But if they're willing to give me something in return, a 2nd-round pick next year and a 3rd-round pick this year, is that a good enough deal for you? Okay, what about no, I didn't want to do that. What about this, and this? Okay, what about 3rd-round pick next year and a 4th-round pick this year? You willing? You got to give me something. Come on, man. Give me something here. I'll take 2 picks this year. I guess not. What about if I give you a 4th-round pick? Come on, do something for me. Work with me here. Work with me.
We've got some action
Okay,
here,
so we
folks.
moved down 3 picks. We also get a 3rd-round
We'll have
pick,
the
I
details in
guess.
a moment.
I'm not really happy with that one too much, but the trade away pick scenarios, they're just not giving. Oh, Jonathan Vilma goes to the Raiders. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Roy
the
Williams
Ravens are on the
goes.
clock now.
Then Tommy Harris. Now we're up. But the trade away pick, like the options they give me, the offers they give me just aren't good enough right now. See, they're too high or they're too late in the draft. I'm not happy with that. So I guess we'll draft somebody. Because I'm not moving down anymore. And we probably should we draft somebody that's projected up here? I mean, we did just trade away Algie Crumpler. Maybe we take Kellen Winslow. Although Robert Gallery, A impact block, A run block, A pass block. Robert Gallery doesn't look bad. He was a top 5 projected guy. 6'7". Robert Gallery. You know what? I might take Robert Gallery. I wasn't even like projected to look at him, but 92 strength, hidden potential. I'm not mad at that as our new left tackle or a possible new left tackle.
And now we turn
I
to
am
the Jets.
certainly not
It's
mad
their
at that.
selection.
Bob Sanders. Bob Sanders goes to the Jets at pick 16.
The
I didn't think he'd
Broncos
go
are on
early
the
like
clock.
that. That's okay, but we did get we managed to get Sean Taylor, so I'm happy
The
about that.
Falcons on the clock
All
now.
right, we're
Let's
up
see
here
who
with
they
pick
have
22 in the
their
1st round, our 3rd and final 1st-round pick. And the guys that I'm looking at are a little bit down here still. So we have the option to move down again. Let's check these trade offers and see if they're more acceptable. Not really. I mean, the only one that gives me another first-round pick this year is the Bills, and that's pick 27. You know what? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll trade with you. They're giving me 3 picks this year, so I'll take it. We'll go with the Bills. Who do they take with it? They take DJ Williams. Kellen Winslow goes to the Chargers. Henderson, Shante Spencer, Greg Jones. Okay, so we managed to get out with nobody that I was interested in. All right, and then the football team's the only team offering me a trade here, so we'll probably pick a player. I haven't even considered Steven Jackson, but he doesn't really even look too great. So let's take a look. Jason Babin doesn't really intrigue me that much, but a guy like Carlos Dansby does. He's solid all around. He's got elite speed. Carlos Dansby really does intrigue me. I think we're going to take Dansby. Let's take Carlos Dansby with the final pick in the first, well, not the final, our final pick in the first round. He's hidden potential as well. He looks pretty good. 86 speed, 86 acceleration. I like it. I'm happy with it. We were able to get some more assets too, so I'm not mad at it at all.
Okay,
Justin Smiley goes. Steven Jackson to the Panthers.
Right,
JP Lossman. Jake Grove. Chris Snee. Now we're into the second round. Darnell Dockett to the Cardinals. Look at that. That's pretty good.
Here we go. The Bengals now on the clock.
All right, we got a middle of the round here, second round. Lions get Chris Gamble. Good for them. Browns get Ben Watson. Jason Babin of the Broncos.
Time is ticking. All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock.
We've got Julius Jones going.
All right, now it's the Raiders' turn.
Jared Allen to the Raiders.
The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they
That
do.
kind of upsets me, but not a huge deal. Not a big deal. And now our pick. All right, should we draft somebody or should we trade down again? Is there somebody here that I got my eye on? Is there anybody left in my faves? Will Allen and Jericho Cotchery. Okay. So if we go position by position, Reggie Williams is still here. He just doesn't look... Nah, we took a look at him. He just doesn't look good. Tight end, we don't really need right now. Offensive line, we could use a center. Alex Stepanovich looks pretty good, but he's projected a little bit later, so we can hold off on him. Right tackle, we're good with. Pass rushers are a little bit later too. It looks like I'm only looking at Will Allen, that center Stepanovich, and then Randy Starks maybe. Randy Starks or Robert Gathers. So there's about 3 or 4 guys that I'm interested in, but probably not for the value that we're at right now. We could probably get them a little bit later. And the Rams are offering me a decent pick.
Looks like there's a trade coming in.
We get 2 more second-round picks. If one of them goes, it's not a huge deal. I'm just trying to look at getting assets. Reggie Williams ends up going. Not a big deal. I was going to draft him anyway. All right, now we got a pick. We could probably trade back even more because we have a couple picks later. So we could probably get some more stuff for it. All right, now we're getting a couple more options here. Nobody's offering me a second-round pick this year. That's not a bad thing. We are getting some third-round picks. The Jets offer looks the best. Although the Jets offer looks the best. Let's take the Jets offer.
Yep.
We get another third-round pick, and we get a second-round pick next year and a third-round pick next year. So there goes Randy Starks. That's okay.
The Falcons are now on the
I
clock.
think I should take that center now. I don't want him to go, and we certainly need a center. So let's take Stepanovich out of Ohio State.
Right,
he has normal development, which kind of sucks, but he has 88 strength. It's fine. We have the other center that has star development, so not a big deal. We have pick 14 in the third round. Soon, once we get to this next pick, I'll start skipping the next user pick, because then we're gonna get into guys that we don't know. It won't matter as much. I think this is where we take Will Allen if he's still on the board, and we can move one of them to strong safety, either Sean Taylor or Will Allen. We can move one of them to strong safety.
Let's see what direction they go.
If he's still there, like I said.
Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock.
Marquise Hill, Ben Hardstock. Oh, don't want to skip. There we go. All right, so we're up. Pick player. What do we got here? So we got Will Smith is still there. I remember seeing him. Or I don't remember seeing him go. Yeah, there he is. He's still there. Jericho Cotchery's still there as well. And Robert Gathers. So let's take Will Allen first. He has normal development, but he's got good physicals. He doesn't look bad at all. And then we skip to the next pick.
The Falcons on the clock now.
We could probably trade this one away if we're not needing it. Another second round pick and then a couple sixths. Sure. I could always do with another second round pick.
It appears a different team is filling out a card
and then let's skip ahead to the next pick.
Just traded the pick.
I want to just see really quick if they go or not.
On the clock now.
Will Robert, there goes Jericho Cotchery. So I think we take Robert Gathers, and then we're basically done at that point. We don't need anybody else. All right, let's take Robert Gathers, and then that's about it. Robert Gathers, come to the squad. Normal development, but he's got 85 strength. He's gonna be a development project for us, but something I'm excited about. Next user pick now.
Okay, it's the Falcons.
All right, let's just take one peek at some of the top guys left and see if there's anybody that I want to get. I don't think there is. I mean, Will Poole, does he look okay? He looks all right, I guess. Doesn't look anything special. Doesn't look like there's anybody else that we need to go for. So we could probably just trade the rest of our picks away and get assets that we could use in the future. So let's just trade. I don't know how many more picks we have. We have a 6th round pick, it looks like. So we're getting 2nd round picks. Wow, okay. I'm down for that. It looks like the Titans have the best offer, so let's do that. Another set. We're going to have so many 2nd round picks to trade away next year. Next user pick is in the 5th round because we just got that from the Raiders. It doesn't look like we can trade it away, so we're going to do it manually. Let's trade it away. Let's take a look at our draft picks for next year. We have a 1st round pick. We have 5 2nd round picks next year. That certainly is got to be able to get us a 1st round pick, right? I don't know, but we'll trade these next 2 picks, the 5th and the 6th. These are our final picks in the draft, and we'll hopefully get maybe a 3rd and a 4th. You give me a 3rd and 4th, Buffalo? Just a 3rd? Oh, come on. You won't even give me just a 3rd round pick? What about just a 4th?
We've got some action.
All right, so Buffalo gives me a 4th for those 2 picks. It's hard to trade around. We don't have any more picks, so we will sim to next user pick, which is just the end of the draft. I'm happy with what we drafted. I'm happy with who we got. I think we did a good job filling some needs. So who's the other guy that retired? Who else retired? It is Doug Peterson, who in real life recently just got hired to be the Jaguars head coach. He's now retiring from the NFL as quarterback. Draft recap. We did not draft very well overall wise, but they have all 3 guys with hidden development and then 3 guys that don't have hidden development. Sean T is a 73 overall. Robert Gallery is a 76 overall. That doesn't change my mind. I'm still happy with who we got. Who were some of the highest rated guys in the class? Larry Fitzgerald at an 82 overall was the highest rated guy in the class. And then we ended up getting the 2nd highest rated guy with a 76 overall, Robert Gallery. Then you had Chris Snee, Bob Sanders. I really wanted Bob Sanders, man. Jonathan Vilma, Vince Wilfork. Eli Manning's only a 74. Where's Phillip Rivers? Ben Roethlisberger's a 70. Man, Phil, where are you at, my guy? Phillip Rivers. Did I pass him already? Where's Phillip at? You got to go to the Dolphins because he went to the Dolphins. What's his overall? Phillip Rivers is a 65? I don't know about that. Oh, that's crazy. I can't believe that. What's his development trait? Superstar. Okay. He's got superstar development. What about if we go to the Eli Manning Cardinals? What's his development trait? So we already know that Phillip's got superstar. Does Eli Manning have anything? He's got superstar as well. That's cool. Oh, something screwed up here. That's okay. We'll just move on. Sometimes these mods get screwed up and it's a little bit too crazy to figure out. All right, but we move on to the next season. Season number 3 is underway next episode. I'll get all the preseason stuff worked out off camera, and I'll watch the Hall of Fame induction. It was DeMarcus Ware last. I think I forgot to mention that it was DeMarcus Ware who was the Hall of Fame induction last time. I'll watch this one and tell you next time, if you care. But in the next episode will be the start of season number 1. Ooh, we play Carolina in week number 1, where Tom Brady just got signed to, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, start of season number 3 in this rebuild, the 2004 season. I'll have the 2005 draft class loaded in. Is that the Mario Williams draft class? I can't remember exactly. But it's a good draft class, I think, so I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are too. If you did enjoy the offseason, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let me know how you feel about the team. Do you think we improved? Do you think we didn't improve? Do you think I spent too much on Brian Urlacher? Let me know if you care. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.